Rumors and news, comedy, action, drama, and tunes, movies, shows, music, and lines. Grab your seat, it's almost time. Get your candy, get your soda and your snacks. Pop culture talk is what's on tap. Flashback, soundtrack, stories with heart. The drive-in's where the magic starts. From matinees to midnight shows, the curtain rises, here we go. Welcome to the drive-in, the show's about to start. It's the drive-in.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the drive-in. I am your host, T-Bone, and I'm coming in bringing you the best updates in the world of movies, music, TV shows, and reaction videos, you know, pop culture. Today, we're going to be going over an old movie, Red Dawn, the 1984 action war movie. Then look into next week as we look at Tetris, the 2023 Taron Egerton movie. So let's not spoil the fun and let's get into it as the drive-in starts now. I have a very, very special guest, TJ Rainman. Hello, sir.
What's happening?
As
Hello,
always, I
Rainman.
have my special, or my lovely, lovely guest, the Riz. Hello, ma'am.
I'm not a guest, I'm a co-host.
You are a co-host. Thank you very much for correcting me. And as always, we have Taylor Lorenz's ex-wife pressing the buttons in the background.
I am also not a guest or a co-host. Hi, guys.
No, you are a lovely.
What are
lovely
you?
Producer. No,
I am super lovely.
That's a good question. I don't know. Riz, tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs.
If you want to share my trauma, you can always download TikTok and follow me at Sarah the Deer Mouse.
Thank you so much, Riz. Guys, if you'd like to follow me, I am T_bone322 on the Twitters. I also changed my tag to
Look at that freaking glow up on his profile.
You already know, guys. Come on now. Look at that photo. That's model worthy.
You're not beating the alt-right
funny.
allegations.
Come on now. That's model worthy. That is absolutely model worthy. All right, Taylor, where exactly can the peoples find you?
Twitter at Taylor Lorenz EX for spicy stuff, and kind of been pushing some local politics stuff here lately. And that is all. Very, very, very little
spicy,
unhinged
you mean
transsexual ranting.
I see.
a little
Ooh,
push
okay.
to your knee?
Now for the special guest of the week, TJ Rainman. Please tell the people who you are and where the people can find you, sir.
Yep. I'm TJ Rainman. I'm on X yelling into the void at Tarek Rains, TERAKRAINES.
You need one of those fancy rumination backgrounds on
I need
this
something.
very, very
Yeah, man.
drab
Blacking.
Twitter card.
Is
I'll
that
work on it.
one of the bucks that you caught
got up on my
in
wall?
the past years? Yeah,
that I caught.
that's yeah. We'll just say that you caught.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one on the left,
him up
right?
on
The
my
one that
wall.
we saw earlier.
No, it's not the one that's the full mount. It's the one that's one of the ones that's the European mount, which is just
Okay.
like the skull of it or whatever.
That's the skull. Yep. No, I know what you're talking about. Now, good sir, I got a question for you. Did you do anything fun this past weekend?
Well, a great segue into it because I actually drew a tag for my hunting season. So my hunting season started early. Spent the last 4 or 5 days out in the woods. With this tag, you don't get a hunt on like all the developed land, and so it's like all wilderness. And so I put some miles in, hiked up some ridges. Didn't see much for my efforts, but I am feeling it. So it's good.
You're
to
feeling
actually,
it. What are you feeling? Are you feeling the speed? You feeling the bucks? What are you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling
I gotta
exhausted.
know.
I'm feeling exhausted. My legs are
Oh.
completely broken right now.
I thought you were just like in the trees, like one of those like hunters, like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you."
So
No?
I don't go up in tree stands. I normally
No, really? You don't
Yeah.
climb like a monkey?
no
TJ,
way.
you have to learn how to climb. Shame on you.
I know how to climb. I've been climbing since I was a little kid.
Well, then
Like-
go up in a tree stand and get yourself a nice buck. What do you want about? What do you do? The rifles or the bows?
So I started out bow hunting as a kid. I haven't shot in a while. First buck I got was actually with a bow. But yeah, I've been a rifle hunter for a while.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
yeah.
Now, what you get only nine tags per year with a rifle? Is that correct?
So I mean, you get one tag. You can get one for elk, one for deer, one for cougar, one for bear. But
That's
yeah,
per state,
only,
isn't it?
You can only harvest one animal, or one of each of the types. But yeah, the way that I hunt is I'm like walking out old logging roads that are all overgrown, and putting some miles on and checking the clear cut units, because out here in Oregon, like the timber industry is a big deal. So they like cut down the trees or whatever, and then as it starts to grow back, that's an area where the deer really like to roam. And so we go and we check all of these, couple year old clear cuts, and it's normally where we find them.
Interesting.
It's fun.
Sounds like a really, really great time. Now that goes right into our great segue of our promotion and shilling. Guys, for those who don't know, we have a Discord where all the magic of the drive-in happens. If you want to be a podcast host, producer, researcher, or writer for us, this is the only place where you can be a part of the fastest growing podcast community on Rumble. Also, check out our website where The Drive-In is part of Rise of Middle America Podcast Network. Guys, that is Roma Nation Network. That's riseofmiddleamerica.com. This is where you can find our most recent content, news, as well as our deep dives, and our upcoming events that you really don't want to miss. Guys, guess what? We got merch, we got hats, we got t-shirts, we got water bottles, we got backpacks. I mean, school's
Gotta stay
happening.
hydrated.
School's happening. You need your backpacks. You need your t-shirts. You know,
If you're in
we got-
special ed, this one's for you.
So we're gonna record on Sunday, and I guess tomorrow they're gonna cure autism. So make sure you get your limited edition Weaponize Your Autism shirt now, guys,
yes,
because
Before it's too
there
late.
may not be autism to weaponize after today.
there may not be because they're going
Except
to
that
cure it, at
autism
least.
is the next stage in human evolution.
Right,
You
it's
have
a
superior
superpower.
brains.
Based,
Really.
they're
I
gonna
think
cure
so.
it, and the this is gonna just leave my body. It's gonna be awful.
That may happen. That may happen, guys. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with us, or share us on all of the networks. Guys, go follow us on Rumble at Roma Network 1, Roma Nation on the Twitters and the Rumbles. Guys, don't forget to follow us on the YouTubes as well, because we are absolutely everywhere. Now, let's start off with our very, very first segment called Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down. Today, we're going over that old movie, like I said earlier, Red
Ancient.
Dawn. Roll that bump. All right. So this was like an old movie that came out in like 1980 something or whatever, 84. All right, and I've never seen this trailer. I didn't even know they made trailers for movies back then. Oh, we're gonna watch that trailer. Roll that trailer.
I think they called them teaser trailers back then.
Really? Nah, you're lying. Nah, you're
They
lying.
didn't start using the term trailer until like later. Like when I was a kid, we just called them previews.
Huh?
Oh,
That was
It's
back in like the
very
1800s, right?
glitchy.
Why is it glitchy?
I turned it up a little bit this week. That's a filter I'm
Glitch.
putting on it so we don't get swatted by the
Demonetized? Oh yeah. So I watched. I started this movie, and I was like, dude, what's going on? And like this teacher just goes out and he just gets like mowed down by these Russians. I was like, oh, we're starting off with a bang. Okay.
That was a brave man. That teacher.
Papa, get my papa.
I noticed in that first scene, he was actually teaching the class about ancient war tactics.
That's right. Yeah, guerrilla warfare. Yep.
All of you are looking for you.
Patrick Swayze already go.
Patrick Swayze.
I just want to go.
We are how many miles behind enemy lines? It's a lot of miles behind
A lot
enemy
of
lines.
people away.
A lot of people are waiting for you. They're looking for you because you're bad.
They have their little concentration camp set up at their drive-in.
Die before
Yep.
it happens.
I can't believe she got away with.
Nah, she did, bro.
Accurate.
That was crazy. That was absolutely insane.
So why should we be different?
Honestly, that was a stupid trap. It was a bad idea.
It was a bad trap.
We live here.
Pow, 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 pow.
Jennifer Grey's breakout role, everyone. Do you know what happened to Jennifer Grey?
No, what happened?
She got a nose job and ruined her career because nobody recognized her anymore.
When
EJ, what do you
made
think about this?
Little did they know,
I'm into
China
it.
actually invades America. It's go nothing like this. There'll be no tanks. It'll all be drones and information.
It would be different in this day and age.
Oh, 100%. No, it'd be absolutely insane. It would be absolutely insane. All right, guys. So the director of this movie, it was directed by a dude by the name of John Milius? Milius?
John Milius.
John Milius. All right. So this dude, he's apparently like a really like interesting dude. He made a lot of movies. You know, what were some of his movies?
So look, this in
talk
his
to me
mini
about this,
bio
Chris.
here, they say
Yeah.
he was associated with A New Hope and George Lucas.
Mm,
That
sure.
I don't know if he did a lot with them.
I
but
don't think so.
I think
I
that
don't think
gave
so.
him some
He's
clout.
going to put it on his
to-
IMDb though.
Of
yeah,
course.
yeah. He's gonna put it on his IMDb.
So this dude's apparently a member of the NRA. Don't we want to
Yeah.
disband the NRA, bro? No, that's the ATF. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Wrong 3-letter organization.
Well,
but disband
if
them
you
all.
get into the weeds
Yeah.
on it, there's a lot of pro-gun people that aren't big fans of the NRA either. I couldn't really speak intelligently on the politics of it, but
Whatever.
there's a pretty decent in the NRA pro-gun voice.
Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you so much.
Very cool.
Thank you so much.
Well,
All
I
right,
thought
all
it
right,
was
Riz, so-
relevant to include that John Milius was or is a board member of the NRA, because I definitely think that comes through in his taste in scripts.
Yes, but also not in how the actors hold a firearm. I mean, no disrespect, but like I was seeing a lot of guys having their finger on the trigger, like they had zero trigger safety. I mean, like they were
were
holding
put
guns
through-
wrong. I mean,
They were
I'm
put through a
sorry.
serious boot camp, but that doesn't make them real soldiers.
No, but like,
And you got to think like in the movie for authenticity, like these are just like high school kids who are like picking up the weaponry and
Yeah, but, like,
fighting,
the
fighting
dude-
back,
the
right?
early
So like,
20s?
they wouldn't be well trained.
the two
No.
main guys apparently were hunting, ever since they were
Right.
young kids. But like I could understand like for the other people, I don't
Sure.
know how to use this gun. Whoa, it's
Right.
scary. Bleh. Calm down.
Well, the
There's
story
more.
I learned about John Milius in this movie is that he put all the actors through a boot camp experience where they were psychologically deprived and pushed to their limits, and it was
Okay.
very hard on the young cast.
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
which is
Away with
it's a little extra. It's acting, sir. But fun fact about him, he's good friends with the Coen brothers, and
Okay.
he inspired the character Walter in The Big Lebowski.
Interesting.
he looks
Okay.
like him.
So that's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yo, shout out Big Lebowski, yo. For real.
Great film.
So
But,
so Riz, talk to me about some of these quotes.
Real quick before quotes, T-Bone, when you started off this segment, you were almost saying like this is from like the 1980 something, almost like that was a bad thing. Now I know it's a little before your time, but most great movies,
dude, that was like 100 years before my time. What do you want
Most-
about?
most great movies came from the 80s. Like
Aliens, best movie ever.
yeah, Aliens was great.
Never seen it.
What?
Exactly.
Oh, we're fixing that immediately. That is next week's movie. You've just been overwritten by your executive producer.
Dude, even like comedy movies, like the Dazed and Confused or
Couldn't tell
the
Don't know what you're talking about.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High, like those
Couldn't
are,
tell you. Don't know what you're talking about.
that's what I'm saying. You're missing you're missing one of the greatest eras
Nah.
of cinema. Yes, you
Nah.
are.
We're getting caught
Nah.
up.
All right.
Are
all
we?
right.
Yeah, one movie at a time, one episode.
I
at
don't
a
know,
time.
man. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Look, Aliens is way more culturally relevant than Tetris.
Never heard of Tetris. But
You've
I'm
never heard of the game Tetris? Get
Not
out
a
of here.
movie, Tetris.
Well, he said that earlier in the intro. That's what next
That's what he said.
next week's movie is.
Yeah.
You not listen
But
to
let
me,
me get to
Riz?
these quotes. Let me get
Riz
to
doesn't
these John
listen and I
Milius
can't
quotes.
read.
Because John Milius, you can see his sort of idealized fantasy of military lifestyle. This first one on being rejected for military service due to asthma. Quote, I am a very efficient director. It's my training in military tactics. I've trained my whole life to be a general, but I never could. So I became the next best thing, a movie director. All right, man.
I'm
Next
sure
one.
a general would agree with that statement.
For
Right.
sure. I love the bomb. It's sort of a religious totem to me, like the plague in the Middle Ages. It's the hand of God coming out indiscriminately to snatch you. Sir,
It's
I
kinda
don't know if
dark.
he was being facetious or what the context of that quote is or where it came from. But my God, he was a romantic.
Okay. What else? What are the quotes we got? What are other quotes we got?
We got two more. The long one. I try to maintain a certain innocence toward my material. I like to say that I do what I do because I like it, and that's not preachy. In that it's not preachy. When I try to put my finger on what I have to say, it's very vague. It's just an attitude. Okay. That makes sense to me. because film
Yes,
creators tend
100%,
to
100%.
just, like, cobble things together and be like, well, what do you see? You know, that's very director like. And then the last one I thought was hilarious. You know, in fact, I am not a fascist. I am a total man of the people. They are the fascist Hollywood critics. They're creating the fascist society. I am much closer to a Maoist. However, I am a Zen anarchist, in an interview with Ken Plum on IGN.com.
It's impressive to be a combination of all those things.
100%. Like, okay, all right. How about we move on to who was actually in this old movie? How
For
about
sure.
it? How about it, Riz?
Let's
All right,
do it.
Saw Swayze in there.
So the main character, you know, obviously is Patrick Swayze. You know, he's playing Jed Eckert, and you know, you also got his isn't his brother in this? Yeah, his
Yeah,
brother.
brother's in it.
Yeah, his brother. But I'm not gonna name his brother. I'm gonna name his friend. C. Thomas Howell. You know, he played Robert Morris, and he actually, I will give him a lot of props. He did very, very well. Riz, who else was in this movie?
Yeah, Leah Thomas playing one of the
Thompson.
granddaughters, Erica Mason. Did you know that Leah was 23 years old during this film? She was playing like a 16 or 17-year-old.
Yeah, but like that was kind of like, you know, normal back in the day, right?
Of course, and actually, it's still normal. It's normal. We have lots of actors that in their early 20s that play teenagers, and that's kind of been the Hollywood standard.
Actually, let me add. I forget the actress's name. It's the girl who plays young Christina Ricci on Yellow Jackets. I follow her on Instagram. Samantha Hanratty. She just turned 30, and she was in the hospital, and that was the post. But yeah, she's literally playing like a 16, 17-year-old, and she's 30.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. All right. Who else is in this movie? You know, the man, the myth, the absolute legend of a character.
Tiger Blood, y'all.
The other Eckert brother, Matt Eckert, played by Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, give me a
My
little
dad.
something about this man, Charlie Sheen.
Can we just go back and look at that photo and load it up with?
That was great. Cigarettes hanging out of his nose.
Let me hear a little something about you got to say about Charlie Sheen. I mean, it's the man.
Dude,
It's
he's
the
a
man.
legend.
He's made a decent recovery. He did
I'll
great
give
in
him
that
that.
movie.
No, seriously, I will give him props about coming back.
He did not do well under the military pressure
No,
of
No.
John Milius.
not at all.
What
All right,
John Milius.
he struggled in the filming
He
of
did not
this,
do
or what?
I mean, it was
that what you're saying?
on drugs.
It was
dog.
very hard on him, and
Gotcha.
he started that behavioral
Drug
pattern that
drug-
became
yeah.
so problematic for him later in life.
Yeah,
Because
drug
of
addict.
this movie.
Probably.
So all of his drug use was just PTSD from this movie.
Contributing factor.
Sure.
Most likely.
Wild.
That's
Well-
so interesting. All right. Next, we got Darren Dalton playing Daryl Bates. You know, one of the other guys who was in the woods with the Eckert brothers. And can I just say, it was this the guy who was the traitor?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure this was the traitor.
He was
We'll talk
bugged.
about him later. We will 100% talk about him later. Next we got one of the other teenage females, Jennifer Grey. She was playing Toni Mason, and honestly, I will give her a lot of props. She dies at the end of the movie. Spoiler, it's 40-year-old movie.
Yeah.
But she dies at the end of it. She's like, "Oh no, I'll never love anybody ever again."
No, that was Leah Thompson's character that said
Oh,
that.
was it? My bad.
Yeah.
They both look the same.
But no, she
Women.
would kind of flirt with Patrick.
T-Bone
Swayze's
just said all
character.
white women look the same.
They're supposed to be sisters or cousins or something.
Whatever, bro. They do look.
They do
similar
look
and-
very similar.
Yeah. So forgive me for misinterpreting. One was the other person. Oh. All right.
And
Who else we got
also,
in this?
it's long established driving lore / canon that T-Bone thinks me and Riz look the same. Sorry, guys.
And the fact that transsexuals can't read.
Nope, not one bit.
Apparently, according to Taylor.
Self-proclaimed. Yeah.
All right. You were saying?
Brad Savage plays Danny.
Does he?
Was Danny the young one, like the 15-year-old?
Yep.
Yeah.
That man is-
Mhm.
He was
Wow.
just a kid.
He was just a kid, and I'm pretty sure he was. Oh no, it was the next guy, Aardvark. Aardvark, talk to me about Aardvark, bro. He had the most
Doug Toby?
OG death. Yeah, Doug Toby, bro. So this man, he's going up on the back of or on the front of the tank, and he's going up behind the colonel or whatever, and the bull's like, ooh, bang, 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 and then our side is shooting, our tanks is shooting at the Soviet tanks, and they kill the colonel, and it's just like, bruh. And then the other Russian tank, gets Aardvark, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, no.
That was one of the most frustrating
Aardvark!
scenes because they're behind this little ridge. There's already another tank going after that tank.
Yeah,
I
bro.
couldn't hardly tell what was going on until I looked at an explanation later. Like, just run away. Let the
Yeah,
tanks
dog.
fight it out.
Yeah,
No.
dog. No, dog. They're whatever.
Whatever.
All right. Next we got
Went out
Mr.
like a legend, though.
He did. He genuinely did. He got shot, and he was like, "Oh, I died." All right. Next we got Mr. Mason, played by Ben Johnson. He was the guy who helped, the Eckerd brothers, and he was the one who gave Mr. Mason gave up, Tony and his other daughter or whatever, the chick, Leah Thompson, Erica Mason, and Tony Mason,
The
he was like,
granddaughters.
yeah, the granddaughter's like, oh, save my granddaughters, and then what happens? He dies at the end. Blue.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Yeah, and then
die.
next we got Tom Eckerd, the dad. All right, I gotta talk about this dad. Man's Tom Eckerd. Yo, he Harry Dean.
Oh,
Stanton.
look, he was an alien. You need to
He
watch
was?
these. You need to watch these.
Okay. Sure, fine, whatever. He died. Oof. He died in 2017. That's
He was already
All
old
right.
in that movie, so I mean,
all right.
He's
Let me
been in some
talk.
pretty
Let me talk
legendary things,
about this man. Let me talk about this man. There's a scene in this movie. The dad is in. He's in the cage, right? He's in the concentration camp,
in the drive-in.
re-education camp, whatever. In the cage, and his boys, the Eckerd brothers, they come up to him, Matt and Jed, and they're crying, and Dad's like, from this point forward, don't you cry, boy. All of us in here, we're already dead. Don't you worry. We're already dead. You're never gonna see us ever again. But from this day forward, boys, I never want you to cry again. I want you boys to be as strong as possible. I want you boys to survive. And he basically Dad's basically making his boys promise to him that they will never cry another day in their life, right? And I love this. I love this because at the end of the movie, Patrick Swayze's character Jed is holding his brother Matt, right? And Matt's dying in his arms, right? And it's just like, yo, that's rough. But you know what happens? Patrick Swayze's character does not cry. He is a G. This man just goes down, just laying down right next to his brother, also dying, not crying though, because
That's
you know
right,
why?
he's dying.
He made a promise. Made a promise to his father that he will never cry
But he
again.
did cry earlier in the movie when he was looking at a picture of them when they were little.
You know what? We're not going to talk about that.
She gets you with the technicalities.
We're literally, Riz, we're not going to talk about that. We're just not going to do it because
I
that
think we
never
are.
happened.
I think it's part of the themes of the movie.
That never happened. Riz, that never happened. Okay?
Okay.
But you do know what
Crier
happened.
denier.
You know what did happen though, Riz? The film's tagline is, in our own time, no foreign army has ever occupied American soil until now. How effective, was this premise in resonating with the audience in 1984? And how true do you think it is today that something like this could happen?
Well,
This question also
T-Bone.
goes to TJ too. So after Riz is done, TJ, I want to hear your opinion.
For sure.
Well, T-Bone, it certainly sets up the premise of the movie, which is the United States of America is being invaded. And even without experience, the American spirit lives on, and we know what to do because we have guns. But also, anything is possible. someone could decide to invade at any time, but it is really hard to do because we are surrounded by major oceans, and we got Canada that we're pretty chill through the north and a bunch of ice, and that very thin strip of Mexico. And believe it or not, we're still pretty chill with Mexico. So it can happen. It hasn't happened yet. So yay us.
All right, TJ, what do you got to say? What do you got to say to this one, sir?
Well, if my camera would stop being so blurry, I'm sorry about that. But I feel as though this goes back to the concept of a gun behind every blade of grass. Like, there's a reason why we haven't seen America be invaded like this, and I think it's why we're seeing sort of more information war, propaganda war sort of tactics used against us instead of actual kinetic warfare. So I think that it resonated with people back in the day because, that whole blade of grass theory was present then, and I still feel as though it's present now.
Can I ask you a question? So you were alive back in those days. So apparently, back then, they had these clubs, right? That they were like able, like shooting clubs or something like that, right? So
Sure.
like so is that something that should like come back in a sense? Because like that was the idea back then. Like, yo, everybody knows how to hunt. Everybody's going to like, shooting clubs or whatever,
Sure.
stuff like that. Is that an issue today in today's America?
Day and age. Perhaps, like, I don't know. I think that like responsible gun ownership and knowing how to safely operate the weapon and whatnot is important. So I would support more like sort of education through like a gun club or something like that. But I also feel as though like if you are in a family that is going to practice responsible gun ownership, that's like almost passed down traditionally. And so I don't know. I could support seeing a rise in gun clubs or whatever, but I don't necessarily think it's a necessity. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What makes Red Dawn a quintessential, 1980s action movie, and how does it compare to other films in the era, like Rambo, First Blood, Part 2, Top Gun, and other great 1980s movies?
Patrick Swayze, Jennifer Grey, Charlie Sheen. That's pretty quintessential 80s, if you ask me. Also, just the war fantasy that if you were put in a situation like that, you would do a really good job. You would come out on top. You would have a fighting chance. So I think that's a universal fantasy. It's not necessarily 80s, but it was very alive and well in the 80s.
Okay, TJ, what are you thinking?
I think that like I haven't seen Red Dawn, and if I did, it was as a kid, so I'm not super like familiar with the movie as a whole, but you can tell just by like the style of it that it is kind of from that 80s era. And I think, oh god, I'm sorry, hitting the microphone. I think that movies like Top Gun and Rambo, like there was a level of like patriotism behind them that I don't know, that we don't necessarily see in a whole lot of movies today. I think that's why Top Gun #2 more recently, when that came out, it blew up at the box office. And I think it's because that quintessential, go USA sort of message has been missing in movies for a little while.
Do you think a lot of Americans hold that value still? Because like I could understand back in like the 1980s where America was like, America. But like with everything that's happened within the past like 10 years, 5-10 years, do you think that's still possible? Do you think that's still like an idea that, the Americans nowadays have?
I think it's an idea that a majority of Americans have. We just aren't seeing it portrayed in the media, and that's why when you do see it portrayed in the media, it gets such a large following behind it and stuff.
Like Captain America.
I mean, Captain America when it
It's
first
America's
came
ass.
out.
That was the most patriotic shit I'd heard all decade.
Team
Absolutely.
America.
No, that was really, really, that was a really, really cool scene. And fun fact about that scene, that entire scene was CGI generated. That like from the glass backdrop, like from like to everything, like literally the only thing that was real was the ground,
ass.
Wait, what scene
And-
are you talking about?
where Captain America is fighting Captain America in
Right.
game.
Gotcha.
That entire thing is
Great scene.
CGI in blue green screen.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily know how I feel about that. Like, I like the fact that we can create those types of scenes because of where technology is at. But like, if you think about like the original Star Wars, they were using miniatures and like blowing up little toys to get their shots or whatever. And I think there's something about the movie magic, you know, or like even the original Lord of the Rings, how they used like interesting scaling, you know, to make the hobbits look smaller than Gandalf or what have you.
You know, now that
more
we've got
soul.
like 3D printing and like more advanced ways of making little toys, I bet if they went back to the miniature game, they could pull off some really cool stuff these days.
Yeah, I think it would be awesome to see someone go back to sort of the old ways and move away from the 100% CGI sort of.
I totally agree with that.
Same.
It just looks
same here.
better.
All right, so
And-
the Wolverine. Yep. TJ,
Sorry,
you were gonna say?
to tie that all up, I think that's
Mhm.
also another reason why this movie does have that quintessential 80s feel, is because they did have to make the explosions. Like the CGI likely was minimal, if anything, in that movie. So I think that's another thing, another aspect that makes a movie really feel like an 80s movie.
No, you're 100% right. There's a scene at the beginning of the movie where the boys are fighting Patrick Swayze and the one character. They're fighting, and there's like a little fire, and you can tell that's a real fire because it's interacting with, you know, everybody and their surroundings properly. And like they, I don't want to say like the one guy's pants almost catches fire, but it's just like
You go
wow,
right
was
through
was
that
pretty
open
close.
flame.
Yeah,
No, I know what scene
100%.
you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
he
oh
just,
my
like,
god.
It was like, yo, bro, that was close. And they probably had to film that maybe a couple times. So like, it was like, yo, you guys could have gotten like further away from the fire for that particular interaction. Why didn't you? I like whatever.
Movie sets were really dangerous back in the day.
100%.
People don't take risks anymore, except for that one Scientologist guy that I can't remember his name right now. Because why would
Nobody
I?
cares about the Scientology. All right, guys. So the Wolverines are a group of teenagers turned into guerrilla fighters. You know, how believable is their transformation into like resistance fighters? And what does it say about the youth and the rebellion of the 80s, and compared to, you know, the youth of today, of how pathetic and puny and yeah they are. Yeah, no,
I have some thoughts.
yeah, go on, Riz.
Yeah, I think it's hard to know how anyone would be in those situations, but we do have examples of child soldiers and teenage soldiers in the world today, and they do damage. They do serious damage, and I think anyone fighting for their life in a survival scenario, they'll step up. And I think maybe you could generalize the new generations as being softer or weaker. I think in a survival situation, anyone that wants their own life to continue and to have a future, you know, they'll whip themselves into the shape real quick. They might not do very well. I think one aspect that is a little naive about Red Dawn is how incompetent the invading forces are at tracking down and destroying a small group of guerrilla force. I think maybe they would have found them and rooted them out a lot sooner in real life. It would have maybe been a lot bloodier. I could be wrong, But no, people fight. People take up and they fight.
And
So
on that note, I think that like everyone loves the hero's journey, right? Everyone loves to put themselves in the shoes of the hero. And I think that the reason why this movie was probably so appealing was because everyone wants to believe that if you are put in that situation, that you would rise to the occasion and you would be the hero of your story and whatnot. And so I think it's something that viewers can easily attach themselves to, being like, I would do that same thing, or I would do the self-sacrifice thing, you know, fall on the grenade for those around me or whatever. And yeah, I think that taking just like the high school kids makes it's like just the average Joe, the average, you know, high school kids rising to the occasion. I think that, yeah, people can definitely latch onto that and see themselves in it.
Thank you so much. So I got a question. This is the question that I really want to go over. What do you think of the moral dilemmas faced by the characters, especially when it comes to violence and survival? You know, for example, how do you interpret the scene where they execute the traitor? You know, one of their friends. You know, what do you think of that, about that particular scene, and how they treated that one Soviet uh, Soviet soldier.
yeah, the one
He's
where
talking about
they
the
captured a
Geneva
Soviet.
Convention, and he's
Yeah,
like,
they
oh, I don't know what that is. Yeah.
yeah. So they
Talk to me about that, Riz.
had a prisoner of war, and they had one of their own that was bugged, and he had been forced to swallow this tracker, which is how they were found. I think this scene is incredibly important to the overall message of the movie, which is, again, you don't know exactly how you're going to be in these war survival situations. First, these teenage kids are pushed to cross their boundaries and limitations just to kill and eat animals, and then to kill human beings that are the enemy, that speak another language. And they've already crossed all these boundaries for themselves. And then it's one of their own. It's someone that is their friend in their group. And he was under duress when he made the choice to swallow that bug and come back out to them or whatever. It's an understandable thing for a teenager who is under pressure to go along with what the enemy is setting them up for, you know? And I would like to think, if I was in that situation, I might say, well, you know, just go back to the town and figure it out. You've got to go and survive, but never come back out here again. You're done. We can't trust you anymore. I can't see myself being like, oh no, this is too much of a risk. We need to take you out right now. But again, I don't know. In things, in violence and war, it becomes extreme, ambiguous, violent, painful. I think it was a very important scene to include in this movie to show how those lines get blurred.
Do you think you'd be able to I don't want to even say execute, but do you think you'd be able to look at someone that you know, or like an enemy, and be like, hey, this is war. This is not what I chose. This is not what I want, but this is war. And it's either winning or losing. And if you want to be on the side of winning, some rough things need to be done. You know, what do you think? What do you think about that, Riz and TJ? Do you think you'd be able to do that if someone betrayed you like that, or if you were put in this situation? You know,
I couldn't see myself doing it from where I am now, but I don't know who I would be in those situations.
Yeah, that's definitely valid. And I don't know. I've got a big heart for people, but when that's just because of the comfort that we have in society, and I can offer, you know, that level of like empathy and kindness and selflessness or whatever. But if it comes down to a war-torn situation where like your survival is on the line, like sometimes you have very black and white sort of decisions that have to be made. And I don't know. I think that anybody in that circumstance would find themselves changing and having to do what needs to be done, as dark as that may be. But
No, that's
also
that's
without seeing the whole scene, without having a memory of it, I can't necessarily speak to the psychological dilemma that they had to have been going through. So the first half of the question I gotta kind of bow out of, but
no understood. So this actually is really really good for this next part. So the film's production actually faced a lot of challenges, including backlash for its violent content. What do you think about the decision to lean more into the gritty realism for this teen led war movie? Do you think it described war properly, and do you think it described like how these teenagers are able to use these military firearms? Like when they were using these rocket launchers, I was like, dog, it's not that simple to just use one of those like respectfully, and like they're loud. Number one, number two, where are you getting all this ammo from? I could see like
I
some
had the same
rifles and
question.
stuff, but it's just like, yo,
Like,
you're
where'd you
getting
get
like,
that RPG?
Yeah.
what, you guys don't have a crazy uncle with a couple RPGs stashed away somewhere? Like, come
Not
on.
me.
Based.
No, I'm just
like
kidding.
I get they could have like raided some of the
Yeah.
the Soviet troops, but like the Soviet troops would have been like, yo, where's our stuff, bro? Like there's
So
Come
John
on now.
Milius's war fantasy survived in this movie. His vision, not his full vision, but a lot of his vision came forth into being in this movie. This movie was also secretly funded in part by the U.S. military. I think it's always good for them to have things in the media that people can look to as examples of, depictions of war in an entertainment setting, so that people are thinking about, should I join the military? They might be a little bit more likely to. So there's always those aspects. This movie also fairly criticizes war in the state of war. It does pose these morally ambiguous situations where the guerrilla group is performing executions. That was something the enemy did. That is not something these good American kids were doing. There were other things too. Well, even just planning and enacting attacks and taking the lives of the enemy in itself posed like a moral dilemma for some of them, especially early on. So that comes through. I find war movies in general to be boring, and it's because it's a miserable existence. And I'm just watching people be miserable from 1 minute to the next. And that is not fun for me. I don't like that. However, because they kept up the pacing and the violence and the misery, it did what it was intending to do. It created an action-packed, exciting, patriotic war fantasy movie, while posing these questions and showing how miserable it really is.
And as far as the movie, like, I don't know, being overly violent or something like that, again, I'd have to like watch it in detail to have a full opinion of it. But I feel like violence in movies, especially like gun violence, old Westerns were a major, early film type. And there's violence in those as well. Perhaps this movie, prolonged it and had a bit more of it, or was showing it in a more gruesome sort of way. But if you look to movies in this day and age, the gore, the violence, the gruesomeness, like, it's like maybe this movie like was part of the early desensitization that has just kept progressing until we see, something like the Joker, and the scene in the Joker where he's in the on the talk show or whatever, because that is completely shocking and violent. But I don't know. I feel like violence has always kind of been in movies, and I don't know if it's I don't know. Was it groundbreaking or
Yes. This
It
was the
was.
first movie with a PG-13 rating. It wasn't gory, but there was consistent blood and death. And there was like more death and pain in every scene than
Yes.
any other movie before it.
I gotcha.
All right, last question, guys. If you were a Wolverine, you know, one of the guys in the group that, you know, the teenagers that led the resistance, what would your code name be? You know, and what role do you think you would play in that so-called resistance?
You can call me Dragon. No, I'm just kidding. That's a Step Brothers quote. Go ahead, Riz. What do you think?
I would be Riz, and I would flirt with the captains.
No nuts.
So I feel like a good nickname is not a nickname that you give yourself. So I can't necessarily say what I would be called. But I also think that I don't know. I think Rain Man might sort of stick out there. Rolls off the tongue pretty well.
Peanut.
What about
Kmart.
what about you? You would be Peanut? Is that what you said? Why would you be Peanut? Okay, fair point.
Why would I be Peanut? Because you know a lot of these people have peanut allergies, and I am.
Stay away from me, boy.
Yeah.
Might go into anaphylaxis.
You already know. Come on now.
You better have your EpiPen around. T-Bone is here.
Yep.
Let's go. All right, now we're gonna go into these drive-in ratings. That TJ are gonna be starting us off. So we're gonna go thumbs up, thumbs down, 1 or 20, and you're gonna
From your impression of
Scale.
the analysis.
scale the movie. You know, tell me what you think from 1 out of 7.
From 1
You know-
out of 7.
Yeah, you know how people go 1 out of 10. I don't like that. That's dumb.
No,
I'm going 1 out of 7.
I would give this movie a 7 out of 10, the perfect score. It's also a reference to an online meme. But no, now that I've watched the trailer and we've had a discussion, I have a bit of an understanding of how the movie is. Like, I really want to watch it. Like, I'm probably going to take some time in the next few days to find it and throw it on, because I don't know, it seems captivating. Great cast, great premise, especially with the worries of like World War III going on and stuff like that. Like, the worry of having the United States invaded is topical, and so I think that it would be a good time to sort of interpret how the conflict might be through their eyes.
So you said 7 out of 10. You said 7 out of 10. Thumbs up. I'm guessing that's a 20.
Yep,
Right?
7
All
out
right,
of 10 is a 20.
All right. So we're gonna look. We're gonna look if you're correct. We're gonna look at the Rotten Tomatoes of this movie. Taylor, bring up the Rotten Tomatoes, please.
Also, real quick, while I'm bringing this up, TJ, next time you're on a stage doing an IRL hangout or something like that, I want a full report of this movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
48.
So the critics are dumb, as we all know. These critics do not know
It's
a
a
good movie if
divisive
it was handed
movie.
to them on a silver platter. I'm telling you this right here, right now. My name is T-Bone, and these critics are dumb. Guys,
Yep.
I mean,
Telling
it
you,
doesn't look like the audience like
48% is
Avenge
absolutely
me.
horrible. Avenge me, brother. Avenge me. All right. The peoples, they were saying 65, which is
That's
still not
rounded
even-
up. Rounded up. That's 7 out of 10. I was right there.
But our scale is 7 out of 7.
Sure.
Yeah, but I
Sure.
made the meme.
All right, Riz, what do you got? Thumbs up, thumbs down. 1 or 20, 1 out of 7. Let's go.
I'm split on this movie. I am the division of interest in this movie. It's boring for me. It's boring.
No, you're
I don't
lying.
like war
Stop
movies.
It.
War movies are boring. In that case, I'd give it a thumbs down. However, the cast, the acting, the general effort, the beautiful landscapes of Colorado, I'd give it a 20. Okay? Overall, that gives it a 5 out of 7.
Overall, you give it a 5 out of 7.
Overall, yeah, 5 out of 7.
Okay, 5 out of 7. All right, now I'm 1 out of 20. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Come on now, we can't
do you
you can't just like mess up the vibe here, Riz.
I didn't mess anything up. My vibe is immaculate.
Dude, she gave it a 1, and she also gave it a 20, and then she gave it a score out of 7. I think she hit the mark.
All right, fine. All right, it's my turn. I'm giving it. Everybody knows 20. I'm also giving it a thumbs up. And 0 out of 7. I am
0?
going 1 out of 7.
Did you say 0?
1 out of 7.
Did you say
0
1
out
out
of
of 7?
How are
No,
you giving it a 20, a thumbs up,
I'm
and a
literally
0?
hold on. I'm trying to say the number yet. Okay, hold on. Stop it. I'm giving it a 5.2 out of 7.
That ain't no rookie score either.
That ain't no rookie score. That's a good score. I'm a
R.I.P.
rewatch
Patrick
this movie,
Swayze.
bro. I mean, like
T-Bone
just
gave
because
it a 5.2.
just because this jawline can cut diamonds means I'm not as good looking as Patrick Swayze. Come on now.
T-Bone's jawline,
Nobody is.
jawline can cut diamonds, and mine gets cut. Real quick, just I know we're trying to get out of this segment, but being this an '80s movie, how's the music? Was it full of bangers? I haven't watched it.
I don't
but,
remember.
No.
no jukebox hero or
Didn't
No.
nothing like
stand
that.
out.
No.
Foreigner,
I knew none of them.
no CCR.
Bad.
Well, yeah, because you don't know anything that was created before you were born.
Dog,
We're working
I
on that.
literally have
Slowly
met
but
one of the
surely, we're working
Beatles,
on it.
bro. I know music.
He met a beetle.
Don't make me
Impressive.
bring my Italian
Impressive.
out, bro.
Like, other
I'll
than
bring it
feeding
out.
his ego, the second purpose for this show is to get him up to speed on stuff he should know about.
Appreciate that.
You can't feed my ego. My ego is bigger than Ego the Living Planet.
That means it's hungry.
Good reference.
I understood that reference.
All right, guys, we're going to be moving into our very, very next segment called Sound Check. We're going to be going over the Gorillaz. Taylor, roll that pump. Like I just said, we're going to be going over the Gorillaz. Riz, take us away with the Gorillaz.
Let's go over the basics of the Gorillaz. The Gorillaz are a band that was formed in 1998. They are British.
1998.
That's correct. We're going
That's
to
a long
head
time
on
ago.
over to the members because this is a unique band. They have a full cast of cartoon members. That is the band. And they have real life members, but their image, the face of the band, are these cartoon characters. Okay? And you see here we got Stuart is 2D. That is he the vocalist? Stuart
Yes.
is the vocalist. You got Murdoch Nichols. Murdoch is a little demon. He's very abusive, okay? And he keeps kidnapping 2D and like beating him up and stuff and forces him to be in the band. It's disgusting. Russell Hobbs, he does like the beats and stuff. He can also grow huge and absorb the spirits of the dead. And then Noodles is their guitarist, and she's this sweet girl, and she grows up with the band and is a very important member. Okay? If we look at the real life members, we can pull that up real quick. There's Damon. So who is his counterpart? What does it say there? I think he's Murdoch. No, he's 2D. He's the vocalist.
if
he
they have,
sings.
if they have 3 real members and 4 cartoon characters, and I don't think there's a real life woman, like I don't think they cleanly map 1-to-1. But no, I'm no expert. You answer me.
I think the 2 frontmen,
me down if
at
I'm
least
wrong.
3 of them map. I think they also, when they do collaborations, they can kind of swap out. I'm pretty sure there was one song where they had a different singer, and they just said that, like, 2D was doing an impression of this guy, something like that. There you are. There he is. Okay.
Well, if
So
the
he,
next guy is always capturing 2D, you're saying we need to check this guy's hard drive.
Yes, Jamie Hewlett. Yes, his character is Murdoch Nichols. Murdoch Nichols keeps getting his nose broken. He likes to drag people into his evil plans and his creative endeavors against their will. It's always the scrawny guys with the broken noses that are up to shady ass bullshit. And we also have.
Hey, don't you talk about me like that.
Calm down, T-Bone. And then there's Remy, and he maps onto Russell. Look at that guy. Doesn't he look cool?
No,
Look at his style. Look at that
I have better style. Look at me.
6-button jacket. You're not wearing that. I'm sorry.
I'm wearing my favorite vest. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
So anyway, these guys are
Have a
super
favorite
cool.
vest.
And
What was that, TJ? You talking shit?
Maybe a little bit. Continue, Riz.
let's move on to the list of albums. All right.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm so ready.
They
Riz.
have a huge oh no, I can't say the word.
discography.
Discography.
There we go.
Discography is massive. It's huge. Okay. I'm not even gonna.
so huge. It's bigger than the
You-
Great Wall
some
of
of-
China.
Plastic Beach is a great one. Cracker Island is a great one. I mean, they're all great.
A whole
Is-
aisle full of crackers.
Yeah,
Is-
some of my favorite songs are in Plastic Beach.
I was gonna say, is that the one that like made them famous? Because I remember the Gorillaz from the MTV days. I remember that first music video for what song is the I Got Sunshine in a Bag or whatever.
Like feel
Like,
good.
Yeah,
Yes.
feel good. Everyone knows
When-
that one.
Yeah.
Feeling
when-
good, like I should.
Wrong one, bud.
Yep.
But
right.
when that video
He
came
does that.
out on MTV, it was absolutely captivating because it was all cartoon. It took you through this like weird storyline of God, I can barely even remember. I think we see the guy who makes the beats like get super tall and whatnot in the middle of this city. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, like it was cool
It-
to witness that phenomenon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they've kept up the continuity for 20 years. Anytime they make a new music video with the characters, they continue the same story and they add to the lore.
That's
So
impressive.
the videos are not just random cartoon action sequence. It's part of the story that they're telling.
Where I know one of these songs, and I was like, oh wait, I do. It's Feel Good.
Feel good. Yeah, that one I
That
think
was the one that I was thinking. I'm like, wait, I know this song. And TJ's like, no, T-Bone, you're stupid. I'm like, no, TJ, I swear I know this song.
Did you guys see the interview that that one of the guys was having where he mentioned that the beat that he came up with for one of the songs was literally off of like this child's toy, like the pre-programmed like piano or whatever, and you push it. Yeah,
Do you know what song it was?
it might have been it's the dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I remember the beat. That wasn't Feel Good, but I think that was
Feeling
the
glad I
single
got
before
sun. That's
Feel
Clint
Good.
Eastwood.
Yes, yes.
That's it.
I like Clint Eastwood. I know that song too.
That's Clint Eastwood.
Do you know the song or do you know the actor?
Both.
You got him.
Can we watch a Clint Eastwood movie? I was talking to my dad about it because he's old, He's older than
Like
Brian.
Gran
Crack
Torino.
kills kids.
Yep,
Aw,
notice that.
okay. You were saying
That's a
so.
butt crack.
So talk to me about these. Talk to me about these albums, Riz. I want to hear more about them. Come on.
Yeah, well, I want to go on to Melancholy Hill because that's my favorite song from them. I think because when I was like a teenager, it really
When I was a young boy, my father.
brought up all those feelings of nostalgia like more strongly than any other song ever.
Wait, what
It's an
happened?
incredible song, and I included a section of the lyrics in our notes here. Up
Oh
on
my gosh, talk to
Melancholy
me about
Hill.
these lyrics.
There's a plastic tree. Are you here with me? Just looking out on the day of another dream.
Do you
It's
have a
just
dream?
like a sweet
I wanna
little
be a
poem.
dream.
But what's happening in the music video?
What's going on? Talk to me.
Plastic Beach is under attack. Okay, because a plastic beach is like this
No.
floating island that's full of helium or something. And Noodles is there, okay? And Noodles is like holding down the floor, and the bad guys come and they're attacking Plastic Beach, and Noodles has to fight them. Noodle and like escape, and it's very intense. It's very cool. So you have this like really sweet nostalgic music playing, and then just like this battle sequence going on. I love this video and I love this song.
I don't know if I'd recognize it. I might though.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out later. Taylor, can we get Dare up? Because Dare is another one that features
Ooh,
Noodle.
Dare? Talk to me about Dare.
Yeah. Here's this section of lyrics. You've got to press it on you. You've just been thinking, that's what you do, baby. Hold it down, dare. Jump with them all and move it. This is like a funky, groovy
what?
dance song. I didn't read it in rhythm at all.
Read
Okay.
it in rhythm. I want to hear it in rhythm.
You've got to press it on you. You've just been thinking.
Oh yeah, I know
that's
that
what
one.
You
I
do,
recognize it.
baby. Hold it down, dare. It's like that. That's the best I can do
That
right
was
now.
a
I'm
banger,
sorry.
bro. That was a
Since I
banger.
moved from hell to an actual city, I had a chance to see them last year. I didn't go. I'm kind of kicking
Oh.
myself for not, so I'll probably go next time they're within a.
Could you imagine that?
Shame on you, Taylor. Shame on you.
Taylor, can you find an image of the giant head? Because she's dancing on
Is
around on
this-
the ship.
Is this in this video or a separate?
It is in this video. And there is just a giant head. See, what is that?
Is that it?
That's got to be one of them. And it sings the background vocals. You see, she's dancing and it's singing. That is so weird.
It is weird.
Ew.
But this song has an interesting quality to it, where sometimes when I listen to it, it sounds like upbeat and fast, right? Like it's going through it quickly. Other times when I listen to it, it sounds like groovy and slow. And nothing changes. I can listen to the exact same link, but time of day,
Interesting.
days later, it sounds faster or slower. So
I feel like music is also often tied to emotions. Like if you have a song that you really like that you heard years ago, it's probably because you were like in a good emotional state when you first heard that song. And then if later on down the line you're in a depressive state or something and hear the same song, you can find like all new meaning in it. And so I don't know. I think that might be kind of where you're at, is that you can hear it two
There's
different
some of
ways
that.
depending on the time of day,
there is some of that, but I think with this song in particular, it's very prominent.
Interesting.
Can I just say something a little weird and unusual?
Yes.
That's what you're known
Music always sounds better as the new me. It's one of the weird things I noticed. It's just, I don't know. Not trying to get off too far on a tangent, but what you said about the emotions and the mood, it's just like music always just sounds better now.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I think that a lot of songs that I really like, if I'm driving out in the woods, like going out to a swimming hole, midsummer, windows down, like that is when the best vibe for the music hits. It doesn't matter what the song is, it'll just always hit because of the euphoric
Yeah, no, that's
circumstances.
always the best. Just driving when it's nice and warm, top down, not too bright and sunny, maybe starting to get a little evening.
Yep.
Perfect.
And moving on to Rhinestone Eyes. I like this one because
Talk to
it's
me.
an
Talk to me
example.
about this, Riz. Go on. I said, talk to me.
Yeah, Rhinestone Eyes. I like this one. This is an example of Russell being ginormous and Noodle's actually riding on his head. And this one goes, it's electric, trick, something like that. And for the longest time when I listened to it, I thought it was saying, I like big dick. And it's like, that's not what it's saying.
And I don't
Riz!
lie. You other brothers can't deny.
I thought that's what it was saying. I was like, this song is so silly. And then I looked at the lyrics. I'm like, oh, it's electric.
So I can
I'm-
see a clear style deviation on the animation, and I don't like this as much as I've liked the videos others I've seen.
Yeah. I like the other animation. I don't like this
I
animation.
wonder
Like
if
this was
they
a whiff.
drew this one just to plan it out and they never got
No, it's
to
100%
render
drawn.
it.
It almost does look storyboards, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it could be. It could be. Yeah.
But they went ahead and put some songs never got a video too. So I think it's very labor intensive. Next
But
song.
also, like, real quick, think about like the songs are interesting of themselves, and you have to be a certain type of mind to create, any song in
Mhm.
general. But like, think of the chaotic mind that went into this animation and this storytelling that they tell through, the art of it. Like, they're kind of weird. Like, whoever's making it's kind of a weird person. You know what I mean?
It's a
Yeah.
vibe.
Well, he
It
is a
is.
cartoonist, and it's essential to the world building and the music style. They're allowed to have strange lyrics and kind of go into topics that you couldn't just do if you were basing it on real life. This one is trans.
Yo, talk to me about this trans song.
This one is super dope and groovy. And the lyrics I had saved from this one: do you look like me? Do you burn like me? Do you look like me? Do you burn like me?
I
Okay.
burned so hard.
But the I don't know, it's just so groovy.
Groovy as in how?
It just sounds really cool. You just have to listen to it. It'll just I like the artwork too. Now they're just kind of performing on a stage
Yeah,
here.
we're kind of back on the brand here on this one.
Yeah, they're just playing.
Like it's not as fantastical as some of the other ones are, but like the art style's back. It's back to locked in.
Mhm.
Now, the next song, People, this is the one I'll throw out on Twitter when I'm done talking to someone. I'm just over it. I'm not
Okay.
talking to you.
Okay, talk to me.
Because this lyrics, people, everybody standing their ground, people, everybody making a sound. And that's my way of telling people, hey, man, we're all people. And I'm done with this conversation. So
I like it.
listen to that one too.
That sounds like a really good way to end a conversation, yo, for real.
Is this from the days of Nokia cell phones?
Looks like it. I don't know.
Oh my
Like,
gosh,
was that the norm, or were they just kind of doing it to be like, haha, throwback? You remember this thing?
Maybe throwback. I don't know. It's fun though. I like it. It's a very simple
They got the
visualizer.
BlackBerry.
The next song does not have a visualizer, but it's Oil featuring Stevie Nicks. And I have a link to an interview with Stevie Nicks. I thought we would just play like the first minute of it.
I had dinner with Damon Albarn, who's a good friend of mine from Gorillaz and Blur and whatnot.
Oh.
And I remember he said to me, he took me aside and he was like, "You're not going to believe." He talks to you. "I'm not going to believe who is going to be on the Gorillaz record. You just won't pick it. You won't pick it. You won't get it. Yeah, you won't get it. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way." And I didn't get it. And when he told me, the look on his face, he was like a child who just experienced his first Christmas. He was like, "Steve, can I swear, Stevie, just for effect?
Yes, you
Can I
can.
swear, Stevie King Nicks is going to be on my King record." Right? It was the most amazing moment because it just sent him back to like high school, and it was just so. So how was that doing the Gorillaz thing and just being a part of that experience?
Well, I have to tell you, it was really great because when I got the song, because Greg Kirsten sent it to me, right? And he's like, evidently Elton John said to him, well, I think he might have asked Elton to do something, and Elton said, well, I can't really sing with you. You don't write like and your words in the right place, and it's like it's really
Yeah, that's probably good enough.
That sounds
That
just
impression was
like
great.
Elton, yo. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, yo. So the Gorillaz, they were like, yo, we want Elton John for this song. And they're like, you know what? Nah, we'll just get Stevie Nicks. It's cool.
Her voice sounds so interesting blended with their
Nah, for real.
instrumentals, and they do like a duet. It's so
what
beautiful.
song is it? Oil?
Oil.
Okay.
Mhm.
I might want to check that out.
I was on my own there. I was all alone. I got lost in Tangible. But that's the place you reach when you can't help yourself anymore. Very deep, heavy stuff. Great song.
Very cool.
All right, what's the last song? What's the last song, Riz?
Real
Yeah.
quick, I love hearing that there was so much like excitement and joy in his voice by her being on there. I could see an artist, you know, just getting incredibly hyped about having that
Yeah.
opportunity. So very humanizing.
So we can skip Silent Running. Shout out to Silent Running. Love that song. Last one I have here features Tame Impala. It's New Gold. And Tame
All
Impala
right, so
just
talk to me about these lyrics. What's going on here, Riz?
so what I have here is the part that Tame Impala himself sings, but in the Magic Cove, there's a pretty one. I asked her where it goes because I wonder if she knows that we're underwater. That's the way it goes in this city wonder. It's just very ethereal.
Sorry, guys.
And you see they got like the golden
Riz,
Xanax there.
TJ, what do you think about this? What do you think about this line, TJ?
Sorry, say it again.
But in the Magic Cove, there's a pretty one. I asked her where it goes because I really want. I wonder if she knows that we're underwater. That's the way it goes in this city wonder.
It's poetic. I feel like Gorillaz, they don't tell their story outright. Like everything is almost cryptic. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so it would be interesting to listen to it to try and uncover the like deeper meaning of what the song is actually about. Because like
I agree.
I can visualize walking into this sea cave or whatever and having this conversation. But that's probably not what the story actually is. You know what I mean?
Good point. That's cool. Can you pull up this final link? Again, you don't have to play it, but I want to give people a resource if they want the full lore for like all of the characters in their story arcs and everything.
Like a documentary.
Yeah, it's like a video essay. This creator, Self-Titled Productions, did the full narrative. This is over an hour long. This video is, and I listened to the whole thing today. It was so cool. So, yep. And that's all I got to say
So
about
what,
the
it just,
Gorillaz.
it just goes over like the story of like how the band was created and stuff.
It goes over all of the lore, how
Okay,
the
cool.
music videos fit in, what the characters are like, where they found each other, all of that.
It's very cool.
Perfect.
Mhm.
All right, that sounds like a very, very great end to our music segment.
Well, wait a second. If
What?
we could watch the reel that I sent Taylor.
Oh yes, of
Yes.
course, of
It's-
course,
it's,
of course.
It's what I was referencing early in the segment where he's talking about where he came up with the beat. Can we restart it real quick?
Wow, restart it.
It just came like that. That's it. That's the preset. It's the Rock One preset.
Wow, that's
Oh, no.
insane.
Then he's got
That's
preset drums.
absolutely insane.
Wholesale.
Too
Wholesale.
easy.
Wow.
Bought it from a store and just pushed the buttons and made this.
That's
Yeah.
insane, yo. That's
Oh,
crazy. And
Great
nobody
little
knew.
fun fact.
Nobody knew. That's insane.
Right.
All right, now we're going into the reaction segment. This is going to be a very, very interesting segment, ladies and gentlemen, because this is where we go over 3 or more viral videos that, you know, they're funny, you know, we dissect them in just the most frivolous way. Got to make sure that they're, you know, stupid, but not too idiotic, and just want to make sure that they're at least culturally relevant. But we're gonna have TJ do this bump. We're gonna have him roll those bumps. So
man.
TJ, you know, you gotta wind it up. You gotta wind it up, and then you gotta
Wind it up.
throw it. All right, you gotta throw it. Okay.
All right.
You also gotta say, let's roll that bump. You ready?
All right.
You ready?
You want me to give it a
Let's
shot?
see it. Let's see it.
All
Let's see
right.
it.
Let's roll that bump.
Great
I do?
job.
Okay, thank you.
Honestly, TJ, you did such a great job, buddy. Thank you so much for rolling that bump. Now it's time for our shout out, guys. If you'd like to send a video to us so that we can review it, watch it, look over it, just talk about it, send it to exactly where are we sending this to, Taylor?
Send it to me on Twitter at TaylorLorenzEX. Twitter links preferred. Don't work with just about anything. Although my least favorite to work with is the communist spyware app.
The TikToks. All right, that is correct, guys. Send the videos to Taylor on the Twitters, and we will get ready to get this very, very first video. Who is Rachel? ¿Dónde está la Rachel? ¿Dónde está la Rachel?
Michael,
Yeah,
who's Rachel?
it's Jack.
No, it's Rachel.
Uh-oh.
Who is Rachel?
No, that's Jack. Go,
Then why is it in your phone as Rachel? Who
well,
is
go,
Rachel?
go ahead
Uh-oh.
and answer it.
Hi. It's Jack.
Yeah, I think it was Jack.
Why do you have him in your phone as Rachel?
Because if I had him as Jack, he wouldn't have brought me my phone now, would you?
Nice.
Ah,
That's using your head. That's using your head.
Got him!
Got him. Got him. Yo. Who's Rachel? Hey, Riz, who's Rachel?
I don't get it. What happened?
What? Bro, did you just
Jo-
try and pull a T-bone, bro?
Did I miss something?
Jokes are so much funnier when you have to explain them.
We might just have to move. I don't think I got that one. I don't
Okay,
think I got it.
okay.
So he had his friend in the phone as a woman's name so that his wife would see it going, or girlfriend or whatever would see it going off and be like, who's this bitch? And it's actually his guy friend, because if it was the guy friend and saved as the guy friend, she wouldn't have brought him the phone.
Definitely would not have
To-
brought him.
wait. To get her to bring him the phone?
Yeah,
Correct,
he's being
yes.
lazy. He didn't want to get
Oh,
off the
okay.
couch.
See, that's what I missed. I missed the punchline.
Yeah. He didn't want to get off his lazy butt and get his own phone.
Riz, pretend you and me were husband and wife, or wife and wife. Would that
What?
work on you?
No.
Are you the jealous type?
Me, not super.
I would answer it. I would just answer it.
I have everybody in my phone from Discord, their name and then Discord.
Awesome.
All right. Dog is gonna learn today. Oh, you gonna learn today, boy? Oh, you learn today. What?
Oh no.
Nope.
Nice.
Nope.
Dude, perfect 360. That was a perfect 360.
R.I.P. her shins and knees.
Yeah. That
Yo, why did she think that was gonna work though? Like,
It broke.
what do you
That's
mean
not her
it
fault.
broke, bro? She
Look, the thing
broke
she's
it with her
standing
weight.
on. No, it
I
broke
mean-
because it's old and rotten.
yeah. Yeah. Like the dog, like the dog's fine. Like she's hurting. The dog just got a little wet.
It was a really
She
funny
definitely
video,
hurting,
though.
bro. She definitely hurting, bro. All right,
Dude,
show me
shin
the
injuries are the
world.
worst.
Take me on a mat. Show me the world. Wait,
You
no,
got
no.
it.
Wait,
You're
hold
doing
on.
what I was trying to
I
get you
can
into.
Show you the world. Take me on. This doesn't even make any sense. It's not even the words. Take me on a magical drone ride. No, it's take me on a magical mystery tour. What are these lyrics, bro? Now that's tough.
I would so do that.
I'm ready for this.
Dude,
I
I'm
can
ready.
show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid.
Just put a little swing on there.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's
almost
scary, bro.
yeah.
You
that-
have
that's
to
a little
have
nerve-wracking.
arm strength, bro.
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna like handcuff myself to it, but I would totally do this.
Dude, I just want to get dropped into my hunting area like that. Like just the middle of the woods, just drone.
You know what would be
drop me
crazy?
into the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Idea. Okay, this is all right. You're gonna love this. Are you ready, TJ?
What you got?
Okay. So this is exactly how the United States is going to take over the planet. Right? Okay. So like in the war, in the movie Red Dawn or whatever, the
callback.
Soviets and the Cuba, they're like, oh, we're gonna take over the US. No. The United States of America is going to have this really, really big fighter pilot, B-52, whatever, bomber plane, and it's not going to have bombs on it. No. It's going to have about 1,000 of these drone dudes with like 1,000 of the hardest, most badass Marines, Delta Force, Rangers,
SEAL Team 6.
everybody, bro.
What's more
And-
expensive, a bomb or a drone?
Just listen to
Definitely a
T-Bone. Briz,
bomb.
be quiet. Briz, damn it, I'm talking.
Money, you know.
You okay, listen. Okay,
Sorry,
so
very
like
expensive.
1,000 of these soldiers, right?
Yeah,
and then you take all these soldiers, you put them on this thing, right? And then you put them into every country, and you say, I am the captain now. I am the captain now.
Hey, you know what? As king of the castle, all you got to do
Okay,
is
but I'm
have
gonna be
someone sit
asleep
on the
during
chair.
this because war is
I-
super
I
boring.
am the captain now. What's that
Give
movie
me,
called?
give me King of the Castle and
Yeah, king of the castle, king of the castle. I have a chair.
What's that movie called? That they say I am the captain now.
I have no idea.
Captain
Know
Philip.
it as a meme.
That's
Good
the one with Tom Hanks. Yeah. He's like, I am the captain. I am the captain now. Dog. All right, bro. Okay, son.
Dude,
All right.
I almost wanted to start a like hunting service for like drones, where if someone gets their harvest and they don't want to pack it all the way out like miles, just fly it in on the drone and hook it up and just fly it out of there. I would make
That's actually a really good idea, bro.
isn't it though?
Dude, that's sick. I love it.
I don't know how legal it is, so I'd have to make sure I went through the legal
Wait,
loopholes.
hold
but
on. Wait,
I would
what? Wait,
imagine
there's a legal aspect
the-
on that. Wait,
yeah.
hold on. Time out.
There's
Wait,
like
Well,
FFA
it's-
stuff and
FAA controlled, but like I would imagine you need a much heavier paper trail for these heavy duty like pick up a man drones.
yeah, and I don't think I'm pretty sure it's not legal to like fly a drone over an area like looking for deer and stuff like that. Like, you
Really?
can't use it for scouting. No.
no, but like
and
if you've already
so
shot
they're-
the deer, and you're just like,
Right.
oh, I'm a lazy bum. I don't want to go out into the woods and
Well,
pick it up.
I think
you know-
people have done it with like helicopters in some I don't know, like maybe deep Alaska hunts or something like that, like getting
We'll have
moose
to
out
ask
or
Nora.
arc out or something like that. But yeah, how cool would it be? Someone could just call me up and take an hour drive into the woods, launch the drone, pull it out, done deal.
That'd be a cool service, bro. All right,
I'm thinking about it. All right,
next
what do we
video.
got?
Next video. Japanese iced coffee, extra ice.
This is how I'm gonna drink my Appalachian Nights tomorrow morning.
Like, why?
Oh, I love this. I'm so into this. Like the link, I can drop the
Oh.
link. I'll retweet this one out. But like
See,
the
my
link
question is, bro, how are you
to
gonna
this
like?
restaurant, so you could actually go and have this. It's like a summer only thing. But
You're gonna
turn
pick
it
it
into,
up,
like,
bro.
ice
You're gonna
cream.
pick
I
it
am
up and then
kinda
you're gonna
into
drink
this.
it, bro. What is this, bro? Like, I can
It's so
understand, like, at the end of it, it becomes like an ice cream. Cool, I get that, but like,
How much electricity does that use?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
look, we are first world. We do not care about our electricity costs.
actually, they're going up. I saw.
No, I live in
today.
Baltimore.
They're bad.
all right, like I was saying, we're gonna be moving on to the robots. Maybe we still got a few years before the robots take over. After all, I'm not really too sure exactly what's going on there. Well, let's look at these
They
robots.
can have me.
Nothing beats a jet.
Nothing.
No.
Oh,
No.
poor guy.
Oh,
And
That
if
was
you-
like
follow him.
$20,000.
And if you
Probably.
check it out, the window sticker on that car is Texas. So this is probably
He has a little
in my
cowboy
state.
hat on.
He did have a cowboy hat on. He was just
Didn't deserve to go that
he
way.
was just out here vibing. Who put that
Okay.
Paul
post
was
there?
vibing like a G, and then y'all
Note to
just
self.
like decapitate him like they did our
Yeah.
boy, bro.
Never fall backwards into
Insane,
a
bro.
crosswalk in Texas. Just
Insane.
don't do it.
I was gonna say, like, how did that car not stop? Like, what if that was a child? They just would have kept going, or is it
Yeah,
because
bro.
they were? So are they anti-robot? Are they
Texas, bro. It's
they,
in Texas. Come on now.
bigoted against robots?
I'm very disappointed
Bigoted. I ain't
for
no
that
bigot.
robot.
Come on now.
No, I'm saying whoever was driving that car.
It was probably Will Smith.
Yeah,
It probably
guaranteed.
was.
Now it was
Which
Caitlyn
he
Jenner
has-
because she's been known to hit a person or two.
Ooh.
Yeah, we don't allow Taylor to drive cars. As Well, as she cannot speak, she does not she does not read. She does not know how to drive a car.
I was supposed to DD after one of those culture war events, but I was too afraid to drive.
You were
AK's
not
big-ass SUV.
driving any of our cars. That was
No,
not
I was good at DD, one of them culture wars, and I was like, okay, the traffic in DC is too crazy for me. I'm not driving this big old SUV. Not
You're
happening.
not doing it. Not
Be the
doing
kind
it,
of
not
person to
doing
hit a curb and just say whoopsie.
I surprisingly did
I mean,
not start hitting curbs after transitioning.
Oh,
Well played.
That's all. Friend of the show, Libertarian Goth. If you follow her on Twitter, she's very prone to hitting curbs. Shout out LG, love you.
All right, Riz, TJ, what did you think about our lovely 3 segments that we went over today, from a Red Dawn to the music segment to the very, very last reaction segment? What was your favorite and why?
So first off, this has been great. This has been fun. I've been wanting to hang out with you guys for an episode of this for a while now. I think my favorite segment was probably the Red Dawn segment, even though I haven't seen it. It's probably because I don't know. I like how we were able to explore into the psychology of the actors and whatnot, and got into some deeper conversations, not just reminisce on what the movie was, but about the deeper meaning behind it. And
It's called good conversation, TJ. This is what we do on the drive-in.
I don't get enough of it in my personal life, so I'm glad I get it here.
Well, actually, speaking of that, actually, no, we're gonna leave the showing for a little bit later. Riz, what was your favorite segment and why?
I like talking about the Gorillaz because it had a lot of my favorite songs, and it was fun to talk about. Also,
I do like the
war is
music.
boring, and
Yep.
war movies are boring.
Wow, hot take.
Yes,
We're getting dislikes for that one.
I will take that. I will take that. All right, Riz.
Wait,
please
I
remind
can't unsubscribe. I run the show.
Riz, please remind everybody where they can find you on all of the platforms. Please.
If you would like to have a deeper parasocial relationship with me, you can follow me on TikTok at Sarah the Deer Mouse.
Thank you so much, Riz. Thank you so much, Riz. So, Riz, I heard that your dad thinks you're funny. Is this?
I've never heard that.
I spoke to him, and he told T-Bone.
You told me this last time.
Yeah.
Her
I don't
profile
believe you.
says her
This
mom
happened.
thinks she's funny.
My mom thinks I'm funny. I know she does.
Sure. Fine,
Dude,
whatever.
my mom thinks my mom is funny. One time she said, "I'm funny, just ask me." And that was like
I
the
believe her.
nerdiest thing in the world. You should. She's an angel.
I believe her.
So
All right, TJ, please remind everybody where they can find you on the platform.
Yep, I'm on X, Tarek Raines, TERAKRAINES. It's weird spelling, weird name. My parents are assholes for that, but hey, I like it. And I promise that I'll update my card, make it look a little more flashy for the next time I'm on. You know, give a little bit more production value to get to you guys.
Thank you so much, TJ. No, it does not matter. Taylor, please remind everybody where they can find you and where they can send the
Find me on
information.
Twitter at Taylor Lorenz EX. Send me funny stuff and tune in. Help me blow up. This is a sort of a new account. If you see the joined in April, my other account we shall not speak of has been around since like 2009.
This is absolutely correct. This is absolutely correct. You gotta make new accounts when you're going live on the interwebs. Guys, if you'd like to find me, I am T_Bone322 on the Twitters. I say some interesting, crazy.
Were you like 12 when you made a Twitter?
April 2013.
Ooh, straight to jail. Straight to jail. Banned.
No. No. No.
Were you proximal to 12?
No. No.
T-Bone is actually 50 years old. He just looks really good for it.
I mean, they do say I'm gonna age like fine wine. So like,
dude, I'm starting to get a couple like gray hairs in here. Once it gets
Uh-huh.
nice and peppered, like, no way I'm dying this. Like that peppered look
dog,
is great. I can't wait for it.
No. All right, guys, I'm so excited to do all of these shout outs, guys. I want to shout out one of my good friends who was on here just a couple of weeks ago, Joey Connolly. I call him Joe Bob. Okay,
Nice.
okay. Joe Bob is in charge of Outworld Live, the Joey Cannoli show on the Rumbles. Guys, TJ Rayman sometimes guest hosts on there. TJ,
Hey,
talk to me
he
about
lets me.
that.
Yeah, he lets me come up, and the times where he doesn't let me come up is when it's later in the show and it's about time to end, because he knows that as soon as I get up there, I'm going to start talking and we're going to go for another 2 hours. So
just give me 30 seconds. Just give
yeah,
me 30 seconds.
that's
20 minutes
basically
later,
my
bro.
tagline. I just need 30 seconds. But yeah, the cool thing about Outworld is it's or especially Nightcap, is it's very free flowing. You know, it's just wherever the conversation goes is wherever it goes. Lots of laughs, lots of revelations, you know, like you learn interesting new things, like hot takes. It's a lot of fun. It's a good way to end out the night on
Hey, yo.
weeknights. So
Also, guys, another co-host that Joey has on his show is Nora. Guys, Nora is one of the greatest redheads from the north of the cold Alaskas. But she has some of the most based views. So shout out to Nora. Guys,
Nora's
also
good
go
people.
follow Jessica Clarity on the Rumbles and the Twitters, guys. Amphibian Goddess is her name on the Rumbles. Jessica Clarity is her name on the X, guys. She is just shout out to my friend Chris Sanaski over there on the Quiet Part Pod. He is doing just the greatest news, I will say. Like, dude is going off, going ham. I mean, shout out, Chris. All right, Riz, you got someone you want to shout out. Talk to me about them.
I recommend everybody follows Red Block Films on Instagram. They are a Maryland-based group of filmmakers, and they make Spider-Man fan films.
oh wow,
Yep. Director's
That's
name
impressive.
Miguel Archer.
Dare I
Go follow
say, a
them.
Maryland Spider-Man.
that was more clever than it should have been.
I'm
That's
not
too
as
good.
dumb as I look.
I like to say it takes a great level of intelligence to convince people that you're this stupid.
Yes, same here. Same here. So talk to me about these people, Riz. They're making this movie. So what? It's going to be releasing soon. You're working with these people. You know, you're a cinematographer. You know,
I've done some
what's
camera
going on
work.
here?
I did a little cameo as a person on the street being interviewed about the new Spider-Man, Miles
Nice.
Morales, and that was fun. They are wrapping up shooting in the next couple months, and I'm sure Miguel will be working very hard to get it all edited together and out on YouTube, and you'll want to know when it drops.
Hey, shout out to Miguel. Shout out to Miguel. And I'd like to give one last shout out. Guys, I got to see this guy over this past weekend. This is a very, very old friend that I used to know back when I was a younger man. But this company is called AtTheShoreUSA.com. So basically what this company is it makes clothing and everything for the shore, right? So it's shore, like hats, hoodies, you can wear
Look
it
at that
anywhere.
little turtle.
But
Love it.
what's great about this company is that it gives all of its proceeds back to the shores of the United States of America. And I just want to say shout out to this company, At The Shore USA. I got to talk to the president, just an old friend of mine, and man, I really, really like what this guy is doing. He has a couple blogs and just a couple things with his website. Just, hey, AtTheShoreUSA.com if you want to get some of that merch and help out the shores of the United States of America.
I want this
Help
chocolate
keep them
martini.
safe and clean.
That's
and
so
just
beautiful.
Looking beautiful. Honestly,
Hey, support
it's
support good people.
Very
support
cool.
support good people. Genuinely, that's and their motto. The motto. Go back up. Go back up. Taylor, please. It says scroll down a little bit. Look good, feel good, do good. That is the motto of my prince of one of my good friends. And
I love it.
hey, that's just one of the principal ideas. Look good, feel good, do good.
Love
Words
it.
to live by.
Eat beef,
That
get
is-
fit.
All right, guys, I'd like to end out this show. Guys, go follow Roma Nation, guys. That stands for Rise of Middle America. That's Roma Nation on Rumble, X, YouTube, TikToks, everywhere. That's Roma Nation explores the rise of Middle America through independent video podcasts that dive into the week's biggest headlines.
With fresh perspectives. From independents, libertarians, and constitutionalists, we challenge mainstream narratives to get to the truth. Join the conversation for news rants and deep dives into political, social, and cultural events. Thanks for joining us on The Drive-In, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. T-Bone, take us out.
Guys, thank you so much for listening. TJ, any last words, sir?
Thank you. Thank you.
This has been great. I appreciate you guys, and look forward to hanging out again sometime soon.
Of course.
Spam the
Thank
chat.
you so much,
Love to have you back.
guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Peace.